platform, he has not only paved a path for NRIs to indulge in homegrown brands with ease, but has also carved niches in e-commerce and digital marketing sectors. Bazaar5.com, under Naman's leadership, efficiently bridges the gap between India's local brands and NRIs around the globe, ensuring that the essence of India reaches them right at their doorsteps. This venture effortlessly runs alongside his other e-commerce pursuits on platforms like Amazon Global and Walmart. Moreover, his digital marketing agency plays a crucial role in managing and growing platforms for businesses, helping them to expand their reach and influence. Deeply influenced by his family's entrepreneurial spirit, Naman transitioned from a rewarding tenure of 5.5 years of CRISIL to the ever-challenging world of startups. His knack for building sustainable relationships speaks volumes, with over 50 collaborations back in just under a year, boasting associations with giants like Unex, Media, and Hindustan Unilever. In essence, Naman Kamra is not just an entrepreneur, but a visionary dedicated to effecting change, both in the business and society. For welcoming our esteemed guests for today's session, I would like to call upon stage our Dean Academics, Mr. 𝓲𝓻𝓮 to kindly felicitate them with the sapling. I would also like to call upon stage Naman sir for the felicitation ceremony. Thank you, 𝓲𝓻𝓮 sir. I would now like to request Naman sir to please start his session.
फोकस नहीं आ रहा है सीधा फोटो खींच कर फोन ले रहा हूँ
Thank you everyone for thank you so much ma'am for the introduction. Honestly, it feels great to be on this side, on the other side. I think after about 8 years of my journey, I've made it here. So feels very different. I think I've always been on stage in formals, I would say. But being here in my own branded T-shirt is a welcome change, right? So one of my biggest fears of conducting this session was to reduce the sleeping quotient in this room, right? By sleeping quotient, I mean that's a function of number of hours or number of minutes you guys sleep multiplied with the number of minutes I speak, right? So I would request you guys to just kind of coordinate, and some coordination on that front would be highly appreciated. And I have some colorful presentation here with me, and I hope that this can make your life easy, and you get to learn a few things here and there. right? And believe me, I think when I say this, standing here today is not easy for me per se, because I was this very shy person when I was in school, and if I kind of look back 13 years, I would never have expected that I'll be on this stage. So thank you so much. Thank you IPEM College for having me. So yeah, I think before I start, so I think I have a quiz of sorts. So let's play a game, right? So how many of you guys recognize people who are there on this slide? Can you show of hands? How many of you recognize these people? Anybody? Anyone? Okay. No worries, no worries. Don't get disheartened. Okay. There's one hand. Sorry? I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Okay, so this slide पे how many of you guys know people on this slide? कौन जानता है इनको? Right? ठीक है. Great. ठीक है. So coming back to this slide again, right? ठीक है. अगर हम इस slide में वापस आते हैं, तो I have names also now for you. Correct? So who these guys are, right? So I mean, I have kind of followed their journey, like during entrepreneurship. So I have with me Jatan, like who is my batchmate. He was in Shark Tank India recently. He is a founder of Kamra, it's an oral care brand. There's 𝓜𝓸𝓻𝓮, founder of Unstop. He was an alumni of IIT Ghaziabad. He was there on Shark Tank India as well. And then there's this 𝓜𝓸𝓻𝓮, like he is the youngest recipient of, he's the youngest person to clear CA, CFA, become a gold medalist in ISB also. He's a very much famous influencer, content creator also, which gives advice on startups. So I would kind of recommend you guys to follow him, right? So these are the people who have touched some milestone. इन्होंने कुछ ना कुछ अभी अपनी लाइफ में किया है to reach that first stage. If I go back on this slide, these are the people who have achieved a lot, right? They have gone from 0 to 100 already. वो 0 से 100 पहुंच चुके हैं. They are very successful right now. On the other hand, these guys are on their journey to become successful. ये हो रहे हैं. They have cleared a few milestones in their life. I am not on either of these two slides because I would want to be sooner rather than later. But the fact of the matter is, I follow this concept called life journey mapping, right? इसका मतलब क्या होता है? Simple stage पे simply बात करें तो अगर आप अभी हो, इस टाइम पे हो, अगर आप फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट हो, आपके अगले 5 साल कैसे लगने वाले हैं, आपको ये मैप करना है, राइट? पर्सनली हो, प्रोफेशनली हो, कैसे करना चाह रहे हो आप, राइट? इसको मैप करना चाहोगे आप लाइफ में, तो आप किसको देखोगे? आप रतन टाटा से सुनना टाटा से पूछोगे यार उसकी लाइफ जर्नी क्या होगी, वो तो सक्सेसफुल हो चुका है इस टाइम पे, उसकी लर्निंग बहुत ज्यादा मैक्रो लेवल पे, बहुत ही ऊपर लेवल पे दे पाएगा। ऑन द अदर हैंड दीज गाइज, इफ यू हैव सर्टेन पीपल हु यू फॉलो, जिनकी जर्नी जस्ट अहेड ऑफ द कर्व है आपसे, so then you can relate to them, you can learn from their mistakes, right? I mean that is the thing you can learn from. आप उनसे जो learning लेते हो उनसे, आप अपनी लाइफ में क्या क्या यूज करोगे, कैसे यूज करोगे, वो आपकी सीक्रेट हो सकती है to become successful or not, right? Ultimate goal तो सिर्फ खुश रहना ही है जर्नी में, like as long as you're happy, nothing else matters, right? But you get to learn a lot of things, correct? So what I want to just summarize is that going from 0 to 100 is one thing, but follow people who have gone from 0 to 1, 0 to 10 also, because that will help you, kind of learn from them. So I'm just a small little boy standing here, just to I'm willing to share my story so that you guys can have a few takeaways from this session, right? ठीक है, a sneak peek into me. कुछ रेफरेंसेस होंगे पीपीटी में जो आई थिंक एज गैप की वजह से कहाँ रेलेवेंट हो आप लोगों के लिए, और तो आई वुड वांट टू मेक इट मोर रेलेवेंट, राइट? Uh, have you seen this guy ever anywhere? किस शो का है, कौन है ये? Any idea? कोई responses? Anybody? You've not seen the show? Okay. So no worries. So this is Phil Dunphy from Modern Family, right? If you've seen the show, not seen the show, in the show he's a real estate agent, right? He actually loves his job, but yet again he manages family and job and his business in a certain way that makes him happy, right? He's a easy to go person, and anybody loves connecting to him. That's what his major trait is. So I resonate to him a lot. I am him in real life. So sneak into me more, right? So you know this guy? Yeah? Okay. I love Akshay Kumar. I'm a big fan of Akshay Kumar, and I love the OG Akshay Kumar, to be honest, from his Hera-Pheri days, from his days of Mujhse Shaadi Karogi. I'm a big Chelsea fan. I'm a die-hard Chelsea fan. I know अभी अच्छा नहीं कर रही है football में, but keep the blue flag flying, I would say. And I'm a big fan of Rahul Dravid. In the era of Sachin Tendulkar, Sourav Ganguly, right? I chose him as my idol, right? Because he is Mr. Dependable. He is the wall of India. So I want to be considered. I want to be dependable in life for everybody. So coming to what are we not going to talk about on this session, right? So we're not going to talk about the 5 quarter analysis. We're not going to talk about the SWOT analysis. We are not going to talk about the 6 P's of marketing and design thinking, right? So these are all things which I hope are already getting covered in your curriculum or will be covered in the future, right? And frankly, मुझे कुछ याद भी नहीं है. So that's the other part, right? Okay. So anything you guys want me to talk about entrepreneurship? कोई आपकी expectation है इस session से? And I try to kind of include those points अपने session में. Anything, any idea which you have, anything you want me to talk about, anything you feel will add value to your time? ठीक है, no worries. So what are we going to talk about now? Coming to the agenda, right? Coming straight forward to it. Okay, I won't take much of your time, honestly, isn't it? But there's a darker side to things also. Running your own business is not all rosy, right? बहुत difficulties भी होती हैं. तो मैं थोड़ा share करूँगा लोगों को before, क्योंकि रात के बाद ही सवेरा होता है, right? So and I'll come to the point wherein I'm talking about being a job versus an entrepreneurship. Because I have worked in a formal sector for 5.5 years, so I can give you both sides of the coin. कौन सा साइड पे क्या हो रहा है, क्या चल रहा है, so I can give you a perspective on that. And then I'll tell you how to start a business and choose what you love to do. How to grow a business. थोड़ी बहुत गलतियाँ मैंने भी करी हैं, so I'll hope that you guys get to learn from those mistakes. And these are learnings which I have turned into concepts. Probably can help you out in learning more. Okay? Why having mentors is important, right? And where you can find mentors, what learnings you can get from them, how they can include or kind of add value to your life. Role of your friend circle, right? संगति important क्यों होती है? मम्मी क्यों कहती हैं? As simple as that. Key hacks I have built, which will help you, guide you in your journey. And who are you doing this for ultimately? Why are you doing a business? Why do you work? Going forward now, I think now is not the time that you realize, but going forward, जब आप किसी job में होते हो या किसी कोई business कर रहे होते हो, तो day in day out एक ही सवाल चल रहा होता है mind में, यार कभी-कभी आगे मैं कर क्यों रहा हूँ यार, ये किसके लिए कर रहा हूँ? So I feel that I have a few answers with me that you can kind of remember. अगर एक कोई question आए mind में, तो you can just look back at this talk. So now coming to the darker side of entrepreneurship, right? So I'll talk about my venture. So this is the digital marketing agency which we have. right? So on the agency side, what we were doing is digital marketing में क्या करते हैं, social media management, post बना के लोगों के लिए client डालते हैं, सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन, लोगों के लिए कंटेंट लिखने हैं जो रेलेवेंट हो, वो वेबसाइट पे उनके ट्रैफिक बढ़ाने में काम आता है, राइट? इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग, आप कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स को देखते हो, वो रील्स डाल रहे होते हैं प्रोडक्ट के बारे में, दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच एजेंसीज हेल्प ब्रांड्स इन डू, राइट? एंड एड्स चलाना, लाइक एज सिंपल एज दैट, फेसबुक इंस्टाग्राम पे एड्स चल रही होती हैं, सो वो चलाने में उसके ग्राफिक जो बनता है, जो एड देख रहे हो आप, उसमें कंटेंट जो लिखा हुआ है, दैट इज व्हाट एन एजेंसी ऑल्सो डज. So this is something we tried, and obviously since content banana, create karna is a more of a creative, kind of a person's job, and hence why I couldn't make that piece grow. I will come back to that later. But ये piece grow उतना नहीं हो पाया जितना मैं चाहता था. The 3-liter bottle, right? अब marketing एजेंसी चला रहे थे तो लग रहा था भाई कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, right? अब I'll just show you page now. Yeah, so this is the Instagram page of the 3-liter bottle, correct? आप देख सकते हो कुछ पोस्ट. I hope it's visible. नहीं visible है. हाँ, आगे, ठीक है. So can you see this? Can you see the page? कुछ आ रहा है, zoom in करो. Yes sir. Yes. आ रहा है, ठीक है. So you can see the kind of page which we built. ठीक है, एक लग रहा था कि भाई मार्केटिंग एजेंसी चला रहे हैं, कुछ भी बेच सकते हैं. तो एक 3 लीटर की बॉटल, it's like a huge bottle, right? इंसान के लिए पीना मतलब तो क्या, उठाना भी डिफिकल्ट है, right? बट उस टाइम लगा कि पैड में है, चल रहा है, तो काइंड ऑफ बेच सकते हैं. बट ऑनेस्टली अगर आप देखोगे इस पेज को तो क्या लग रहा है आपको कि चला होगा ये प्रोडक्ट? हाँ है ना, राइट? दर्द होता है बट ठीक है. देन कमिंग टू आई थिंक 3 लीटर बॉटल करते हैं. difficult to cover करना. Then came to mass outreach. ठीक है, तो लाइफ ने कुछ ना कुछ आई थिंक ओवर द कोर्स ऑफ लास्ट 2-3 इयर्स कुछ ना कुछ प्रूव करते रहे भाई. ठीक है, ये नहीं चल रहा बट समथिंग अदर ग्रोथ कहीं ना कहीं दिखती रही. तो वी थॉट कि इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग में ग्रोथ दिख रही है, तो वी माइट एज वेल क्रिएट एन इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग एजेंसी. तो मैक्स आउटरीच करके भी पेज है इंस्टाग्राम पे. इफ यू गाइस हैव योर फोन यू कैन might as well use your kind of handle to look up max outreach. आपको दिखेगा हैंडल max outreach का, and that's an agency. वहाँ पे why didn't it work? ठीक है, अब ट्राई तो बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं, काम क्यों नहीं कर रहा है कुछ भी, राइट? वो हम बना रहे थे वहाँ पे एक टेक प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए कोर चाहिए, फंक्शन टेक ही होना जरूरी है, राइट? आई थिंक सम ऑफ यू आर डूइंग DCA आल्सो यहाँ पे, राइट? तो आइडली टेक होना बहुत जरूरी था उस प्रोडक्ट के लिए. आई एम नॉट अ टेकी, मैं कॉमर्स ग्रेजुएट हूँ, मैंने MBA करी है, मुझे कुछ नहीं पता है टेक के बारे में. तो हेंस ये प्रोडक्ट भी काम नहीं करा सकती है, राइट? देन केम पेट इंश्योरेंस, राइट? कैन यू गाइस फिगर आउट पेट के लिए इंश्योरेंस लेना? डॉग्स कैट्स के लिए इंश्योरेंस बिकती है इंडिया में. देयर आर 2 कंपनीज हु डू दिस. वन इज बजाज आलियांज, वन इज फ्यूचर जनरली. 2 गाइस डू दिस. कितनी बड़ी मार्केट होगी, आपको लगता है कि प्रोडक्ट चल जाएगा मेरा? मैं सोचा कि ब्लॉग लिखेंगे, ब्लॉग से ट्रैफिक लाएंगे, उससे लीड्स आएंगी, लीड्स को हम बेचेंगे इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज को, उससे पैसा कमाएंगे. दैट वाज द कॉन्सेप्ट, राइट? आप इकोसिस्टम समझ रहे हो कि एंटरप्रेन्योर जब स्ट्रगल कर रहा होता है तो ही फिगर्स आउट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, ही ट्राइज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, राइट? देन केम अगेन रियल एस्टेट लीड जनरेशन, करेक्ट? लीड जनरेशन में क्या करना था अभी हमारा कुछ ना कुछ अगेन एज आई सेड कि लाइफ आपको कुछ ना कुछ रोज लीवर देती रहती है, आपको थोड़ी बहुत तसल्ली देती रहती है बिजनेस करते हुए कि ठीक है कहीं ना कहीं तो ग्रोथ आपको दिखेगा. हमें दिखा कि एक प्रॉपर्टी खरीदने के लिए क्लाइंट चाहिए होता है, राइट? मान लो कि आपके पेरेंट्स को किसी को प्रॉपर्टी लेनी है, राइट. तो दे आर क्वालिफाइड लीड्स देन फॉर मी. उन क्वालिफाइड लीड्स को मान लो आपका नाम चिराग शर्मा को प्रॉपर्टी लेनी है, ठीक है. अब चिराग शर्मा को मैं लेके जाता हूँ एक रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर के पास, मान लो डीएलएफ के पास लेके जाता हूँ, राइट. तो डीएलएफ से बोलता हूँ मैं कि ठीक है, चिराग शर्मा को प्रॉपर्टी लेनी है, इसने इतने करोड़ की प्रॉपर्टी लेनी है, तो आप मुझे इसका इतना परसेंटेज दे दीजिए, ठीक है. एनी कंपनी वुड एग्री टू दैट, करेक्ट. बट कंपनी को भी वैल्यू दिखनी चाहिए इसमें, बिकॉज डिजिटल मार्केटिंग करते हुए नॉट एवरीबडी कैन फाइंड वैल्यू इन डिजिटल मार्केटिंग. दैट वाज द ड्रॉबैक, एंड हेंस ये भी वर्कआउट उतने अच्छे से नहीं हो पाया. तो अगर आप ये देख रहे हैं पूरा का पूरा इकोसिस्टम, मार्केटिंग एजेंसी, फील्ड ऑफ बॉटल, इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग एजेंसी, पेट लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, राइट, एंड देन रियल एस्टेट लीड जनरेशन. तो इसके होते आपको क्या लगता है कि लाइक आई हैव अ टीम रनिंग, आई हैव टू रन माय हाउसहोल्ड आल्सो. अल्टीमेटली आई आल्सो वांट समथिंग आउट ऑफ इट, राइट. तो इसके रेपरकशंस होते हैं, like for example you might have to let go of a few people who have those conversations कि आपको एक एम्प्लॉय जो आपके लिए काम कर रहा है उसको आपको जाने देना चाहिए किसी लाइफ में. किसी भी तरीके से आप बोल रहे हो कि उसको you can't afford his salary, then that's something which is a drawback to you, right, while doing entrepreneurship. So consider these points in mind. But since I said रात के बाद सवेरा होता है, that's not late, so ideally this is the piece, right. Amazon Global. So I have a company which sells around 80 plus brands now. उस ब्रांड्स में यूनिलीवर है, प्रॉक्टर एंड गैम्बल है, कोलगेट है, कामा आयुर्वेदा है, नेस्ले, ब्रिटानिया, all of these brands are with me right now, and we sell their product on platforms such as Amazon Global, Walmart. Amazon Global की बात करूँ तो उसमें USA, यूरोप, दुबई मार्केट, UAE, Australia, all of these regions which we are touching right now, right. We have our own brand name also. We have a trademark in the US as well. We are selling essential goods under that brand name by the name of 𝓜𝓸𝓬. So ideally, it's not difficult to build a business, but it's just about finding your right footing. आप बने किस चीज के लिए करने के लिए, क्या चीज करने के लिए बने हो, वो ढूंढना बहुत important है, and then उस पे work करना important है, ideally, right? So that is what it is. Now coming to I think a brand, I think this brand is making waves now in the market. ठीक है, like this is like an upcoming brand. एक entrepreneur अपने product को बेचने की opportunity नहीं छोड़ता है, and hence I am gonna do that right now. So what I would request you guys is, I kindly and please open your phones and scan this page and follow what Bazaar5 does, because we are going to do great things in the future. And I would want you guys to be a part of that journey, right? To follow us right through and through. And I'll get to what we do at Bazaar5, right? So Bazaar5.com पे अभी 276 followers हैं. So let's see if you guys can increase that count. तो कितना बढ़ा सकते हैं गाइस? I'll just refresh the page just in case नहीं हो रहा. 285, not bad, not bad. People are following. If I can get some more participation on this, and believe me, like after you guys follow, there is something in it for you guys also at the end of the session. आपके लिए भी कुछ है इसमें, which I'll reveal at the end of the session. Not bad. तो एक स्टोरी बताता हूँ. एक अभी सेशन के लिए आने से पहले, राइट, so my friend was asking me कि what are you doing today? So I told her that I was spending the morning with you all, right, and she asked me whether you're getting paid for this. So I was like, पता नहीं मुझे, but I think if I get a certain amount of followers out of it, so उसकी acquisition cost kind of cover कर देगी, and I think if I get feedback and love from you guys, so I think it's a pretty not bad deal, right, for me at the end of the day. Great. Do you guys want me to leave this screen for a minute? Time चाहिए थोड़ा और? Correct? नहीं? हो गया? ठीक है. ठीक है. So, guys, can I have your attention again? Thank you. Right. So, 𝓤𝓲𝓬𝓲𝓪. What is it that we do over here? तो अगर आपकी प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट आप किसी को भी एक लाइन में समझा सकते हो, आप क्या कर रहे हो लाइफ में, what we are trying to do is we are trying to figure out, we are trying to provide a solution to all NRIs across the world, access to authentic Indian snacks and grocery items is what we are doing, right? आप एक लाइन में समझा पा रहे हो कि आप करना क्या चाह रहे हो, आप किसके लिए करना चाह रहे हो, एंड वहाँ पे गैप है, वहाँ पे आप उसको एड्रेस कर रहे हो. As simple as that, right? So I'll show you the website also. Right, so if you can see, it looks like a pretty much an e-commerce website, right? So हमारा top selling product is Blue Lays. Blue Lays is the top selling product which we have right now. So ideally, for बाजार भाई, right? So there are 3 levers ultimately. ऐसा नहीं है कि बाहर Indian stores available नहीं है. तो एक story बताता हूँ. I went to Dubai with my friend. Right, so over there first day पे ही मैं grocery store में गया, इंडिया से निकला, वहाँ फ्लाइट में लैंड कर रहा हूँ दुबई में. दुबई इज जस्ट 1.5 hour फ्लाइट फ्रॉम हियर. वहाँ पे लैंड करते ही मैं स्टोर पे गया, आई वाज मिसिंग द ब्लू लेस. फर्स्ट थिंग आई मिस वाज ब्लू लेस. ऐसा नहीं कि मिल नहीं रहा था, वहाँ पे मिल रहा था, बट देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम, राइट? इंडियंस जस्ट फील, जो यहाँ से गए भी हुए हैं, आप भी अपनी लाइफ में कभी बाहर जाना चाहोगे तो आपको भी लगेगा कि कहाँ ढूंढूंगा मैं इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स वहाँ पे जाके. So you'll have access to it on our website. That's the solution. जो वहाँ पे लोग रह रहे हैं ऑलरेडी, बाहर लोग रह रहे हैं ऑलरेडी, उनके लिए कितना आसान है मंगवाना कुछ भी. एंड ऐसा नहीं कि सारी चीजें मिलती नहीं है, मिलती है वहाँ पे, बट सब कुछ नहीं मिलेगा किसी को आइडियली. So that is what we are trying to solve initially. Somebody told me कि एक feedback आया था कस्टमर से कि when they ordered from our website, so they got the product before they were going for grocery shopping also. उनको दुकान जाना था अगले हफ्ते, उनके पास पहुंच गया प्रोडक्ट उससे पहले ही. That's the convenience which we are offering to बाजार पे. ठीक है. So these are, I think, the points which bazaarpay.com covers. Now there are learnings to this also of what the brand does. You can see different products are there available. ये किसी ने खाई है, ये स्वीट सिगरेट कभी खाई है लाइफ में? खाई है, right? So ideally, like South, if you go to the southern region, so people there are crazy about this brand called South Indian hot chips. So then we added those products also, because I am from the north region, right? So we are getting feedback कि आप ये product add करो अपनी website पे, we want this to be there. People over there, people outside might be health conscious, so we started adding healthy snacking options also, like makhana. Right? People, they might be a Jain community who does not eat, onion, garlic, so उनके लिए products add करने शुरू कर दिया. No onion, no garlic. मैगी आती थी, मुझे भी नहीं पता था few days back. So this is what ideally we do. We offer Indian snacks and grocery items to all NRIs. Indians नहीं लेंगे, because अगर आप देखो वेबसाइट पे तो डॉलर में वैल्यू है. Nobody will want to buy a 20 रुपए का लेस for 80 rupees or 90 rupees which we are offering for, right? But लेकिन बाहर अगर जाओगे तो कॉस्ट ऑफ लाइफ बहुत हाई है, तो आपके लिए वो चीपर पड़ेगा वहाँ पे रिटेल स्टोर से. तो hence the value addition वहाँ पे है, and hence the brand is able to grow, right? So these are the pointers which I am giving you कि आप अपने बिजनेस में क्या क्या पॉइंट्स, आपको अगर शुरू करना है तो क्या क्या पॉइंट आपको ध्यान रखने चाहिए. So now coming to choosing a job versus entrepreneurship, right? So this is I think a factor which many people will have a question in mind कि job करें या entrepreneurship में क्या better है, right? Since I have been on both sides of the coin, so आपको जॉब में कोई टेंशन नहीं होती है, फिक्स सैलरी आ रही है हर महीने के एंड में, राइट? बिजनेस में क्या है कि कभी प्रॉफिट है कभी लॉस है, तो आप कभी कभी सोचोगे यार कि ठीक है लॉस हो रहा है कोई बात नहीं, रुक जाते हैं, भाई नहीं लेते, प्रॉफिट में से नहीं निकालते अपने, राइट? So you might not take anything from anything outside. आपके वीकेंड्स typically when you're in a job might look like weekends, right? You can have your Saturday Sundays, but typically when you're doing or becoming or running your own business, आपके Saturday Sundays might not look the same, but your Monday Tuesdays can look like your Saturday Sundays, right? आपको flexibility बहुत मिल जाती है. Typical working hours होते हैं usually 9 to 5, 8 to 7, 10 to 7. But ideally, when you're working for yourself, running a business, आप किसी भी घंटों में काम कर सकते हो. That's a flexibility. एक बहुत ही बड़ा factor था, which I think I spoke to my mentors also before jumping into doing a business. उन्होंने बोला था कि यार आप जब जॉब कर रहे होते हो, आपके पास आसपास बहुत लोग होते हैं जिनको आप देख सकते हो. You can look up to them to find guidance, to learn from them. But आप जब खुद का business रन कर रहे होते हो, आप पूरे अकेले होते हो. Right? You have nobody to guide you. You can only learn from your own mistakes. That is what the major difference lies. But I would, if somebody asks me कि अगर आपको job करनी है, entrepreneurship करनी है, आप business रन करना चाहोगे after some time, I would still say यार कि नहीं ठीक है. Running a business has its own advantages, and you get to learn everything. I think in a very short span of time. जो भी मैं I think learn करा वो the past 2.5 years. वो कभी 5.5 साल में मैंने कभी लर्न नहीं करा जब मैं जॉब कर रहा हूँ. I would just say, right? So how to start a business or choose what you love to do, right? So एक typical question है, typical answer है इस चीज का, know your strengths and weaknesses, right? But having said that, जब मैं वो वाली स्लाइड पे था जहाँ पे I was talking about digital marketing agency काम क्यों नहीं करी थी क्योंकि I am not a creative person. I am a person who likes to build processes, who likes to work in an operational manner, right? So hence, Bazaar 5, hence the Amazon piece works for me. I am a talent catalyst. I can hand over processes to people. Process बना के आगे दे सकता हूँ लोगों को ताकि वो उस पे काम कर पाए, उस पे build कर पाए. So that is how you find your own strengths and weaknesses. आप एक और idea है यहाँ पे. You guys are, I think, in the first year, right? First year, all of you, right? So first year में अगर मैं सोचूं कि मैं क्या कर रहा था तो I was not I think taking up internships, right? I did not take different internships जो आप कर सकते हो, आप सीख सकते हो, right? बहुत कुछ I think try different domains, try sales, try marketing, try finance, try tech, do whatever you want but try करो, कहीं जाके internship करो, चाहे learn नहीं कुछ करो. Because that is how you will find your own strengths and weaknesses, right? आप 3 लीटर बॉटल versus bazaar5.com, फर्क सिर्फ एक है कि वहाँ पे एक मिनिमम वाइबल प्रोडक्ट है. 3 लीटर बॉटल के लिए मुझे मार्केट बनानी पड़ेगी, लोगों को समझाना पड़ेगा कि भाई आपको 3 लीटर पानी पीना चाहिए दिन में. बाजार 5 में सिर्फ एक NRI को इंडियन प्रोडक्ट ढूंढ रहा है तो वेबसाइट में सर्च आएगा ऑटोमेटिक. That's the difference. Find that minimum viable product for yourself. So it's okay if you want to build a safety net. मैंने अपनी लाइफ में before I started doing a business, I had certain responsibilities also. आप बड़े हो गए, आपके पास आपको family को I think you have to look after your family also, right? You have your own expectations also when you are growing. You would want to earn for yourself also. But अगर वो earning रुक जाए, for example, if you're doing a business, कुछ time लगता है उस business को पैसा लाने में, अंदर कमाने में, तो आप क्या करोगे? So it's always good to have that safety net with you. So that is what I did. Going forward, put in some money. I am not saying कि अपनी पूरी life saving उड़ा दो उसमें. एक dedicated money put aside करो business के लिए and give your 100% to it. Give your 100% to it. उससे कोई I think अगर कमी छोड़ रहे हो तो मत करो. If it's not working out in 3 or more months, then 3 महीने बहुत लंबा टाइम पीरियड होता है जानने के लिए चीज काम कर रही है नहीं कर रही है, तो उतना टाइम दो. And it's very important to let go also. It's going to be very tough to say goodbye. It always is. Nobody loves change, but that's a part of learning to let things go. So मैंने अब मार्केटिंग एजेंसी को मतलब कि वो ग्रो नहीं कर रही है एक्सेप्ट करने में बहुत टाइम लगा था. That's a mistake which I did, but it's always better to let go of things. And that's how you can learn and try new things and grow from that, right? So अगर आपको लगता है कि भाई आपके पास तो बिजनेस आइडियाज की बरमार रहती है, राइट? इफ यू दैट पर्सन की अगर आपको एक बिजनेस आइडिया से दूसरे बिजनेस आइडिया आता है लेकिन आपको एग्जीक्यूट करना नहीं आता, करें कैसे उस चीज को, राइट? तो फाइंड अ पर्सन जिसको टू डू लिस्ट बनानी अच्छी लगती है. कोई बनाता है यहाँ पे टू डू लिस्ट? टू डू लिस्ट बनाता है कुछ? रेज योर हैंड. ठीक है, आई थिंक आई सी अ फ्यू हैंड्स. तो अगर कोई टू डू लिस्ट बनाता है एंड इफ योर पर्सन जो जिसको सिर्फ बिजनेस आइडियाज ही आते हैं, करना नहीं आता एग्जीक्यूट, तो मेक दैट पर्सन योर को फाउंडर एंड मेक इट ग्रो टुगेदर, बिकॉज दैट्स द पर्सन हु कैन कॉम्प्लीमेंट यू. अब को फाउंडर किसको बनाना है बिजनेस में? कौन बन सकता है को फाउंडर, राइट? को फाउंडर वही इंसान बन सकता है जो आपको आई थिंक सिर्फ समझता ही नहीं है प्रोफेशनली बट पर्सनली ऑल्सो, राइट? तो यहाँ पे हम इट्स लाइक चूजिंग अ लाइफ पार्टनर ओनली, एज सिंपल एज दैट. बिकॉज आपके दुख में सुख में साथ देना चाहिए उस बंदे को और बंदी को. दैट्स व्हाई दे विल देयर. In the end, it's all luck meets preparation, right? If you're working hard, always working hard, then I think you're good to go because it's only a matter of time then. Success is 1% inspiration, 28% perspiration. मेहनत करो and 2% attention to detail. How to make a business grow now? उसको बढ़ाना कैसे है? कैसे आगे लेके जाना है business को? So there are no shortcuts to it. I'm extremely sorry for that. There are no shortcuts to it. Hard work ही लगेगा और कुछ नहीं, nothing less than that. Hire great talent. I mean, this is something which which I made a mistake also. Again, like mistakes से ही learnings हैं ये सारी. If you're obviously starting a business, you want to hire people. आपका budget बहुत limited रहेंगे. I can understand that. Even I have been through that, right? But ultimately, if you hire a great talent, then only that thing can work because that person will work for you day in day out, right? So do not fret from I think hiring good people, paying them as much as they want because that person will work for you. So delegate, right? So एक process बनाओ. अगर आप खुद कर रहे हो, पहले process खुद करो, सीखो क्या क्या गलतियां हो सकती हैं किसी इंसान से, process बनाओ and hand over करो, किसी को सिखाओ करने के लिए and आगे बढ़ाओ उसको. When you're hiring great talent, ask that person to hire more people. खुद के जैसे लोग ढूंढे, आगे डेलीगेट कर दो. आपका काम नहीं है, आपका काम है एक अच्छा बंदा ढूंढना, एक इंसान ढूंढना, राइट? So now coming to why mentors are important in life. क्या वैल्यू ऐड करते हैं लाइफ में हमारी mentors? And कहाँ ढूंढोगे उनको, right? So these are very three important people which I have, which I call them mentors. Hemal was my manager in CRISIL while I was doing my job. He's more of a friend now. I kind of go up to these guys for life advice regarding anything personally, professionally, दोनों ही in fact. Rajeev sir I met during a sourcing meeting. Like when I say sourcing, I was scouting for information from him. He is the Director General of Automotive Tire Manufacturers Association. And great guy. I mean, I think, and again, I met Ramesh sir at work only during one of my meetings, and now I think call them up together also sometimes in isolation. I try to ask for advice from them. And so why they're important, right? अगर आप लाइफ में कहीं अटक जाओ, right? So you're not able to figure out what you are doing, क्या करना है आपकी लाइफ में. You can go up to these guys. They will call a spade. They will point out क्या गलत है क्या सही है, चाहे आपको अच्छा लगे या ना लगे. They will show you the reality. That's why mentors are important. They can show you the way जब आप खुद भटक जाते हो. So role of your friends and your circle, right? मेरी मम्मी हमेशा सही बातें करती हैं. मैं उनको नहीं बोलूँगा जाके डायरेक्टली, बट यहाँ पे बोल रहा हूँ, राइट? तो संगति बहुत ही जरूरी है, बिलीव इट और नॉट. My childhood friend, he's in the US right now, he guided me to my first job and he still pushes me to do my best every day. If you get a chance, I would rather say stay away from home or stay away from your hometown city for some time. You will learn a lot of things. I shifted to Mumbai for 3 years. I've lived in Mumbai for 3 years. I am a Delhiite, born and brought up Delhi. In Mumbai, I made multiple friends. They came from different regions across the country, different cities, right? So that's an important learning to have also. Diversity से भी आप बहुत कुछ सीखते हो चीज़ें लाइफ में. So that's important. I have a very group of 4 friends who keep me grounded. I mean, अगर ज़्यादा लग रहा होता है ना कि बहुत सक्सेस सर पे चढ़ रहा है तो 2 मिनट नीचे ले आते हैं. Right? So it's very important to have those friends in life who make sure that you are what you are when you started. And MBA gave me 3 gems. So I believe in quality over quantity. कम दोस्त रखो but अच्छे रखो. Who are there with you because उनका साथ important है. In those days when you are feeling happy, you'll want to celebrate with them. And those days when you're not feeling happy, then obviously you want to kind of spend time with them so that they can cheer you up. Key hacks पे आते हैं, right? Now I think everybody can take a few learnings out of this, right? I always carry a notebook with me. Always carry a notebook and a pen in every meeting, everywhere you go, right? Carry a notebook and pen; it won't harm you, right? So this is what my notebook looks like, and this is my handwriting. So nobody can, I think, read what I have written. So it's very safe and confidential as it is. But still, I think this is what you do every day. This is what will, I think, at the end of the day, आप जब काम कर रहे होते हो, आपके पास 1000 चीजें होती है करने के लिए, पर अगर आपने जो चीज लिखी है आपने वो कर ली तो एटलीस्ट आप रात को सेटिस्फाइड होकर सो सकते हो कि ठीक है मैंने कुछ तो करा काम, राइट? ऑलवेज थैंक योर कस्टमर्स. आई थिंक अगर कस्टमर आपकी प्रोडक्ट ले रहा है तो उनको भगवान बना के रखना बहुत जरूरी है, राइट? And this is something which I do, right? So this is a note which we as a team write to every customer, every order में note जाता है. The note says, dear customer's name आता है उसके आगे. Thank you for choosing our store. Your recent purchase made our day. We hope that your order brings you joy. This is a very common statement which goes in every order. लेकिन इसका रिजल्ट भी आता है because when you braille lock करके there was a person who ordered on an Amazon store and they left this feedback for us, arrived with a kind note. तो अगर आप आज कुछ लिख रहे हो, our efforts are kind of being translated across the globe. उसको बाहर जाके लेकिन we're touching lives, we are touching, bring a smile to somebody's face. That is what you do a business for. वो करो. So working in teams, right? Abhi, I think, are you guys kind of working in a group study? आपकी groups बने हुए, learning groups बने हुए हैं? Groups बने हुए? Great. So learning groups में, I'm sure I think कितने लोगों का group होता है? 5, right? So 5 में से honestly बताओ, honestly कितने लोग काम करते हैं? 2 लोग, right? So, but ideally, this is the trick, right? अगर आप टीम में काम कर सकते हो, तो आप एक बिजनेस को ग्रो कर सकते हो that way. Because आपको वो ट्रिक वही है कि 2 लोग काम करें, लेकिन उन 3 लोगों से कुछ ना कुछ काम निकलवा सकते हो आप. That's the question. अगर आप वो कर पा रहे हो, then you're doing great, right? Because कई लोग होंगे, even in my team, आपको लगता है कि people work at their 100% capacity, ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है. You have to accept कि few people will work at 30%, few people will be at 70, few people will be at 120. That is always the case every time, right? कभी-कभी किसी के मूड पे भी डिपेंड करता है, यार आज काम करने का मन नहीं है तो कम काम करेगा. But that's where a team comes in. Somebody will kind of take that lever up for you. And this is a great learning, right? So I think when you say people's name in a conversation, I think they listen to you more. अगर आपको नहीं ध्यान दे रहे तो नाम बोल दो यार, उनका कम से कम 2 सेकंड तो सुन लेंगे वापस से. This is a trick. This is a great trick, I would say. काम आएगी. I mean, utilize this trick. I think it will be great. Always be the person who is envied by others, right? Either because of your hard work, either because of anything. Because I was the person in CRISIL कि भाई बहुत काम करता है, मत कर. So be that person, it will reward you. So employer's perspective, right? So I also hire students, I also hire people, I also hire people in different domains. So what do I look when I'm hiring people, right? So आपको इंटरव्यू में क्या सबसे ज़्यादा चीज़ें ज़रूरी होती हैं? इंटरव्यू तक पहुंचना is one thing, इंटरव्यू क्लियर करना is another thing, right? So from an employer's perspective, I'm telling you intent, कि आप काम कर सकते हो, आप काम करना चाहते हो, you want to learn, is I think very important. Honesty over anything. I mean, if you're being honest with yourself, you're being honest in an interview, we get to know if you're lying. So do not try that. I mean, honesty pays every time. I never flirt. I thought that this was very common, but आता है कभी-कभी. So never flirt in an interview. Right? So I think एक और चीज़ है. If you keep the child within you happy, I think, and you will stay happy. Find, I think happiness in small things. I recently, I think this year only, during my birthday, back in March, I gave myself a gift. I bought a PS5. I think पहले मैं सोचता था कि जब पैसे होंगे तो PS लेके खेलूंगा. बहुत टाइम होगा खेलने का. अब पैसे हैं, PS5 है, लेकिन टाइम नहीं है खेलने का. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जब मैं घर जाता हूँ, तो इट मेक्स मी हैप्पी टू लुक एट दिस मशीन. इट इज है तो सही, राइट? चाहे दिस इज माय आई थिंक वर्क डेस्क. आई लव प्लेइंग क्रिकेट. तो एक कॉस्को की बॉल है वहाँ पे रखी. एक कैबिन में एक आर्ट डाल रखा है मैंने, बिकॉज समटाइम्स क्या होता है ना कि आप काम कर रहे होते हो और पीपल काम नहीं कर रहे होते, तो आपको बड़ा टेम्पर आपका कंट्रोल करना पड़ता है. So I gave myself a reminder कि भाई कंट्रोल रखना है अपने पे, नहीं करना कुछ भी. So this is the socks which I am wearing right now, right? So I would rather say कि कभी-कभी होता है ना कि ऑर्डर कम आ रहे होते हैं बाजार पे, तो लगता है यार ठीक है ऑर्डर कम आ रहे हैं प्रॉब्लम, बट कम से कम भाई की सॉक्स तो अच्छी लग रही है, कोई बात नहीं, राइट? दिस इज व्हाट सैटिस्फैक्शन व्हिच आई गेट. तो अल्टीमेटली हु आर यू डूइंग दिस फॉर? किसके लिए काम कर रहे हो? ये क्वेश्चन आएगा जिंदगी में कभी ना कभी, और कभी आए तो पहला आंसर खुद में ढूंढना कि आप खुद के लिए तो कर ही रहे हो, राइट? यू आर डूइंग दिस फॉर योरसेल्फ टू सैटिस्फाई योर ओन नीड्स. यू हैव टू काइंड ऑफ प्रोवाइड फॉर योर फैमिली. यू हैव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऑल्सो. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आप खुश हो या नहीं, आपको खुशी मिल रही करके. Secondly is your family, right? Like your mom, your sisters, your partner. So you're doing this for them ultimately. You're doing this to make them happy, make them proud ultimately, right? So I think these are the learnings which I had, and I'll just open the floor to questions. If you have any question in your mind, so I'll be happy to answer them.
स्टूडेंट्स कोई क्वेश्चंस पूछना चाहता हो तो पूछ सकता है.
Hi, your name?
Rajeev Shah.
Hi, Kanchan. Yes.
Sir, can you please tell me about your journey? Means little bit about your journey, so we can get some information.
Sure. So I guess my journey started with CRISIL. I was working before I started my business. So I did 5.5 years in CRISIL. And then I jumped on to doing a business. I built a safety net for myself. You need certain money also while you're doing a business. पैसे नहीं आएंगे initially. So I built that kind of buffer for myself, and I started doing business. Business में I did digital marketing, then 3-liter bottle, then influencer marketing, pet life insurance, real estate, lead generation. Then I did my Amazon bit. Amazon बिट से ही मुझे बाजार पैक का आइडिया आया था कि बाजार पैक.com हो सकता है, बन सकता है. So that's my journey.
Hello.
Your name?
अभिता.
Hi Amrita.
सर लाइफ में हार्ड वर्क करने टाइम मतलब एक तरफ हार्ड वर्क और एक तरफ हैप्पीनेस. तो शुड वी फाइंड द हैप्पीनेस इन अ लाइफ और हार्ड?
So see, you can do both, right? अगर आप hard work कर रहे हो, so you need to find some time, right, for things which make you happy. Otherwise, आप burnout हो जाओगे. There is a concept called burnout also. अगर आप hard work करते रहोगे day in day out, but आप इंसान हो, मशीन नहीं हो. मशीन भी को भी ऑयलिंग या फिर मेंटेनेंस नहीं होती है. At the same time, you also need to kind of take a step back also and figure out, because ultimately you cannot live your life without people. So you have to find that balance. But हाँ, having said that, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि at a certain stage आपको अपने करियर को प्रायोरिटाइज करना है, वहाँ पे हार्ड वर्क देना है, तो there will be an expense of some personal time वहाँ पे, but I think you will get rewarded. Hi.
My name is Aditya Roy. I have a question. How do you deal with your negative time? How do you deal in your negative time, or how do you deal with your backlashes?
Backlashes and sorry.
Like when you get failure something and you feel like I'm failing, I'm not making it.
Right. So the only way to deal with those things is kind of spend time with people who are important to you, right? So they'll kind of push you through or get you through time. That's one thing. Secondly, as I said, I think keep the child in you happy. Do things which make you happy, generally make you happy. For example, I love playing cricket, so find solace in those things at that point of time. Because they'll help you kind of re-collaborate. Your brain loves doing that, right? So it'll be happy for a certain time. So probably it can, kind of reach it back to a time when it was happy overall also. So keep doing that. Trust it. Obviously, there are times I'm not saying कि कभी भी लगेगा नहीं, लगेगा. But these are important things which you need to keep in mind. कि हाँ, keep on learning also. अगर आपको कुछ workout नहीं करना, कुछ skill ही कर लो, कोई book पढ़ लो. That from there on at least you learn something new. That will add value to your life later. That's what I feel. Any more questions? I think there is a question.
Hello, sir.
Like, your name?
सुहानी. सुहानी राय.
Swani, hi Swani. Yeah.
सर, अगर आपको कॉलेज लाइफ में फिर से जाना पड़े और ऐसा क्या फॉल्ट है जो आप सुधारना चाहेंगे और ऐसा क्या चीज़ है जो आप सीखना चाहेंगे आपके पढ़ने?
College life में, I think as I said, the graduation time पे, I never did an internship, which I feel that I should have done. I should have learned more. कुछ perspective मिल जाता मुझे उस time पे, तो मैंने time utilize नहीं करा. Honestly. Secondly, I didn't have. I think it's good to be a studious student, but it's not great to be always be a student, right? If you're getting what I'm saying, because it's important to have those time also wherein that those other things make you street smart. So kind of explore that area also, I would say.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Sir, this is Ariji, and I wanted to ask to you. You mentioned about your mentors, right? So, how do we find them actually? On the way of our journey, we'll find them, or we have to look.
So see, as a mentor, finding mentors is all about कि आपको करना क्या है life में, right? Like so, for example, if I, so my sister is currently working. She is in Indigo. but that airline industry doesn't make it kind of excite me, right? So ideally, I would not want her to have, as a mentor. I would want somebody as a mentor जो मेरी field में हो. Somebody who is an entrepreneur, right? So find somebody who is in, doing something which जो आपको करना है, उसी फील्ड में करना है, right? अगर नहीं भी करना, but that person has a lot of experience in life, तो वो भी आपको perspective दे सकता है. So you'll meet these guys when you're working somewhere, either आपकी family में हो, outside your family, friends के relatives भी हो सकते हैं, but they should give you a perspective. आपको लगता है कि यार उसके पास जाता हूँ, मतलब बोलते हैं दुख होता है कभी, ठीक है, मुझे रियलिटी चेक देते हैं, लेकिन अल्टीमेटली यू फील कि हाँ कुछ ना कुछ सही बताया, राइट? थैंक यू.
Good morning, sir. Sir, I would like to know how do we find our field of interest, sir, our field of potential. Sometimes it's like we have interest in some field, but there is not our potential. How do we find our potential?
So एक फ्रेंड की जर्नी बताता हूँ. So what she was doing was she tried internships in 8 different domains. पहले एजेंसी में काम करा, एक क्रिएटिव एजेंसी में काम करा. Then she worked in somewhere जहाँ पे उसने सेल्स करा, right? Then she worked somewhere जहाँ पे उसने फाइनेंस करा. Then उसने एक फिल्म पे जॉब की जहाँ वो कुछ पढ़ा रही थी बच्चों को, right? So I mean she tried doing multiple things, but ultimately she found कि यार ठीक है, मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा मजा सेल करने में आता था. Hence she's doing what she's doing right now. So explore करने में no harm, because you're at a stage जहाँ पे आप try कर सकते हो multiple चीजें, तो try करो. There's no harm in doing that. But जब तक आप बाहर नहीं जाओगे, देखोगे नहीं कि मार्केट में हो क्या रहा है, बस आप पढ़ते तो वही सारी चीजें, बट प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज होनी बहुत जरूरी है, राइट? जब आप किसी जगह जाते हो, काम करते हो, डेली पे आओ, then you get to know कि क्या pitfalls हैं, क्या advantages हैं, तभी आप सीखते हो इंडस्ट्री के बारे में.
Thank you, sir.
I think एक छोटा सा एक और ट्रैक करते हैं. तो आपने फॉलो तो कर लिया होगा, कुछ लोगों ने फॉलो करा है. तो अगर हम एक छोटी सी एक्टिविटी कर लेते हैं जहाँ पे तीन आई थिंक ये रील्स आपने देखी, ये वाली किसने देखी? हाँ ठीक है. आई वुड आस्क यू गाइस टू रेट इट आउट ऑफ 10. ऑनेस्ट फीडबैक देना. आउट ऑफ 10 कितना है? 4. ओके, बिकॉज ये हमारा फोटे नहीं है. ऑनेस्टली हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं सोशल मीडिया पे एक्टिव रहना. तो आई वुड वांट ऑनेस्ट फीडबैक. 4 किसी ने बोला? एनीबॉडी एल्स? ठीक है, 6. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. थोड़ा इम्प्रूवमेंट जैसे. ठीक है, ये वाला देखिए किसी ने, कॉशन डजंट शेयर फूड करके रील है. इस पे कितना रेट करोगे? 7.5. 8. ओह माय गॉड. अच्छा ठीक है, ग्रेट. इस पे कितना करोगे? 6. ठीक है, तो एक काम करते हैं. आई थिंक देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन आल्सो, आई विल एड्रेस दैट इन अ बिट. लेकिन अगर कोई भी यहाँ पे कोई एक आइडिया दे सकता है रील का, कंटेंट आइडिया दे सकता है रील का, we'll get to implement that also, and I have a gift for that person. कुछ आइडियाज अगर माइंड में आ रहे हैं तो आप बता सकते हो. We'll put that in a reel in a day or two. You can see it on a platform, and that person will get a gift also. जिसका बेस्ट आइडिया लगेगा उसको गिफ्ट मिलेगा. अभी गिफ्ट वाला देगा.
Okay, so students, like sir has asked, if you have any ideas or the ratings that you want to give to these reels, you can just put the message to your class coordinator and we will relay the same to the sir. Okay?
I think finally that's a wrap from my side. You can, I think, email me if you have any questions. You can email me at the email ID mentioned on the screen. There's my handle also, Instagram handle also. You can message me over there as well. And on LinkedIn, just search for 𝓜𝓮 𝓥𝓲𝓭𝓮𝓸𝓼. You'll find my profile, and you can add me there also. And I'll be happy to answer any question that you may have along your journey. कभी भी आप मेरे कुछ भी doubt हो, you can put in a message. I will definitely reply to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session. Now, I would like to request Rajeev, sir, to please share his vote of thanks for the same.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good afternoon to all the students. I don't know how many of you relate to this event of today's. This is all about entrepreneurship. If I ask question from all of you that what you are going to do after your graduation, then many of you answer the same question. Sir, हम job करेंगे, right? बहुत ही few students होंगे जो कहेंगे सर हम अपना business या startup start करेंगे. So it's all about entrepreneurship. As a youth, you have the responsibility to create the job, not the job seekers. Okay? So it's all about entrepreneurship. So, I, Rajeev Shah, on behalf of all the dignitaries of IPEM group of institutions, I would like to extend a vote of thanks to our eminent speaker, Mr. 𝓜𝓮 Kamra, for his valuable and descriptive insights on the entrepreneurship. I am sure all the students feel enlightened by the knowledge that you have shared with us. Thank you, sir. We wish to have many interactions of the similar kind with you in future. All of you attended the entire session in a very peaceful manner. I hope that all of you have learned a lot from this session. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. And some students who are required for the feedback can come on the stage. One from BBA and one from BCom and one from BCA. Another can leave. Other students can leave. Thank you everyone.
अभी तो और आप एक मिनट अभी तो और कंचन एक बार